Now then, brewers, quick video this week on me sorting out my beer lines. I've had all my new gas fittings turn up, all my bits and pieces from Brew Keg Tap over the weekend. So weekend just gone, I swapped out all my gas lines, tightened any fittings that I had, tightened regulators because I can't lose gas. It shocked me actually when I first started this hobby. Quite a few years ago, I was paying under £20 to get a refill of CO2 for the large, which is the larger canisters. Is it 3.6 or 6 kilogram? The larger ones. And on refill, it was £44. So it just goes to show the state of cost of things, you know, and it starts making it a bit more of an expensive hobby, so I can't lose any more gas. So, without much waffling on, I've done a bit of footage of actually the keg, the new KegLand 19 litre Corny keg. Been really impressed with it so far. I've got some good beers on at the minute, conditioning. I've got the Munich German Pilsner on, which I'm really looking forward to. That's for Oktoberfest, so I'm trying to condition it for about 6 weeks. So I'll do a review on that in the next couple of weeks as we start getting towards October. And I've also got a black lager on that I'm really looking forward to. It smells fantastic. That's conditioning. That should be ready in about a fortnight. So I'll do a quick review of that. So yeah, some good beers on at the moment that I've really got back into the all grain. In fact, I do need to order some ingredients and start looking at what we're going to start doing for later in the year as I start to reintroduce more stouts and bitters, the stuff that I tend to drink as we go head towards through autumn and into winter. I have seen quite a few YouTubers or brew tubers at the minute that are starting to give up a little bit on the hobby. I'm still going to keep soldiering forward with it. I just enjoy it. But the thing I would say with home brewing, it's a sort of hobby that you can give up for whatever reasons, time, health, whatever it'll be. But you can always dip back into it. You know, that's the beauty of the hobby. Once you've got those skills, even if you get rid of your kit, you can always start back. There's kits, part grain kits, then you get back to all grain. And you'll probably find the next time you come back to the hobby, technology's changed and there'll be better all-in-one systems and better kits. So, so all of those ones that are giving up, I'm sure I'll see them again someday, back doing this hobby. So, yeah, less waffling and quick review. Cheers, guys. Just a very quick video on the KegLand 19 litre Corny keg. So I've just bought myself one because the ones I've got are getting a little bit tired, to be quite honest with you. The rubbers are actually failing on the ones that I've got. So far so good. You can tell, obviously, it's ever so slightly taller than a standard 19 litre Corny keg, but it's thinner. So I understand KegLand have made them so you can fit more of them into their fridges. But first impressions, quality is absolutely fantastic. You will notice that they do have a domed bottom. See if that zooms in. They do have a domed centre on the bottom of them. Obviously, just to try and get rid of any rubbish, any leftovers in your beer, keg beer, any shrub, any yeast that's still falling out that's in there. Now, one thing I've always done, and I've done it with all my 19 litres that I've got, and my 2 10 litres, the 10 or 8, the smaller ones, I always shorten the beer out pickup post. So I'll just lift it out a second. Let's just check this out. Now, I've always done this, and it was just something that I'd read about when I first moved into Corny kegs. There was a lot of recommendations, see if we can get that. A lot of recommendations on shortening them, simply because you don't want to be picking up any rubbish. Now, bearing in mind that the original 19 litre Corny kegs, many of which were made in the 90s for your Pepsi and your cola companies, they were just dispensing carbonated soft drinks. So they won't have had as much mess, although they do have quite a lot of syrup in them. They don't have as much mess as you're likely to get in your beer. Now, when you rack your beer, you're racking twice, so you're going into a primary and then a secondary, so there's nothing left, then probably don't need to bother, but I don't. So I would always end up, whenever I finish a keg, there's always a little bit of rubbish in the bottom. We're not talking a lot, but there's enough, but I just don't want it in my finished dispensed beer. So simply shortening that, because when it arrived, it was literally touching the bottom of the actual canister. So I've taken off, let me find a piece here. Let's have a look. So that's the sort of size that I've taken off there. just straight through it with a steel cutting blade on my reciprocating saw. Took seconds, and then just with a Dremel, just finishing it off with a Dremel so there's no sharp edges, and then clean it massively. You don't want any metal shards, but like everything else when I do my kegs, this is going to have a full clean it with some oxy before I use it, because there will be it's almost like an oil sometimes, isn't it, when they do stainless steel and buff it out, and there'll be a full clean, and then yeah, star sand before we use it. So let's see how I get on. So I've waffled on for long enough, but so far so good. Experience is pretty good. I think it's going to do the job. So here we have it. Just used that new keg. It's just cold crashing down under CO2. That was the canister that I lost the CO2 from. Wasn't very happy, especially when I saw what the refill prices are at the minute on CO2. Been quite impressed with it, to be quite honest with you, that keg so far, but I guess time will tell. It's got a new, I don't know, you can probably just, I mean, can you see it through there or not? It's got one of these new yellow seals. Don't know anything about them. I don't know if it's just KegLand blurb, something to do with low oxygen seal, but I'm guessing time will tell. But yeah, so far so good.